Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode in Mapmaking Dungeonstalker. And I've been getting to work. I've got a lot done, and we now actually have this last little section of the build. I've also added a huge amount of railing and a lot of little caps to the corners and bridges and supports underneath the buildings, so they look like they actually have supports. So we are basically done, and that's pretty exciting. I think there's a little bit more to do. In particular, I need to add some more banners all over the place, which I am going to be starting to do as I talk. But this episode is not going to be primarily about this structure. What I want to mainly focus on is the terrain. You can see around me there is not a lot of color in it, and that's probably what we're going to be working on today. Should I do this? Ooh, how does that work? Huh. Yeah, not sure about that. Maybe if I put them a little farther apart. Yeah, that's acceptable. Anyway, I have an idea of what I want. Sort of bluish, or mostly black. You know, this. We actually talked about this in the other episode, and it'll look blue with the obsidian compared to the black towers. And I also do want to mix in some black concrete into the main build. I built it all in nether brick, and we've got a little bit of texture pack going on to make it black nether brick, which I do think looks better. But we can easily use our worldedit mod to, well, not our, but we can easily use worldedit to turn this into partially different. That looks a little silly. Let's just ignore that one. But yeah, I'll keep putting this stuff on, and once I've done this, we can move on to the I'm ignoring that. We can move on to the terrain around the place. Well. Since we have everything done except for the changing, well, obviously the terrain, but changing of the nether brick to normal or concrete, not normal stuff, but just concrete. Since we have everything done except for that, we can now change that over. And since nothing around here none of the terrain has been made yet, there are no things in the terrain that we have to worry about. So we can just go ahead and change all the bricks into not bricks. Well, not all of them, but enough of them. Alright. So now we want to do replace from block to block. Okay, so replace nether bricks. Oh, can't use tab. Nether bricks. And then we want to turn that into concrete 15 and nether brick, because we don't want all of them to be concrete. Alright, let's see how that looks then. If we can ever get out of that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I'll zoom in a little bit because you probably can't tell too easily with the with the YouTube contrast and whatnot. But I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. I don't know if there's anything we should do to the glass, but probably not. Oh yeah, and some of the the blocks around here are actually just double slabs instead of bricks, so there may be a little bit of uneven placement, but it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It looks good. It looks good, but does it look better like that, or does it look better with the nether brick? Let's see. If I do replace concrete nether brick, then we can see it in action. So that one definitely looks smoother. And then that one sort of looks a little bit splodgy, almost. We might be able to make it look better by shifting the texture color of the nether brick closer to the concrete. And I could try that. Or I could not. How about you let me know in the comments section, because I don't think we actually have to worry about it. None of the I can't speak. None of the blocks that are in the floor, the terrain, are shared by the castle. So we can actually change it independently of the terrain around it. So that should be fine. So I'll let you take a vote then. Do you want the smoother, sort of nether brick only look, or do you want the more varied but a little bit splodgy-ish, maybe, nether brick concrete look? And I will actually change the texture over. I'll let you see what that looks like. But I do actually currently quite like the texture of the nether brick. So I don't know if I want to change that. But I'll give you a peek at that. So just a second. Okay, that's what it looks like with the changed nether brick. And actually, I still don't like it. I think it's just much better without the concrete, without the weird nether brick. Currently, that stuff's a little bit too black, and I think if I matched it, it might be a little bit too blue or something. I don't know. I think it would just throw the colors off a little. So I'm going to go back to normal nether brick, or full nether brick, previous texture, and I can't do that right now because it's in the texture pack folder. So I will do that in a moment. Nah, I gave up. I did actually switch back already. However, we are going to start with the terrain, and I have set up the palette in a command already, so I'll show you what the set command is. It looks like that. There is a way of not too difficultly just setting the percentages, and I could easily do that. I could easily figure it out, but I'm just a little bit too lazy, and so I've added a bunch of obsidians instead of giving it a larger percentage. Anyway, I think it looks good. You can see it there. It's the thing we already put. So what we need to do now is select the proper area, which is going to be somewhere around here. Yep, poink. And now fly all the way to the other side and do it somewhere down there. So we should be getting a pretty cool terrain. I like how the little patch we made looks. Hopefully I'll like how this looks as well. And apparently I filled this in somehow. Sigh. This is probably way further down than I actually need to go, but can't tell, so oh well. And that should do it. Alright. Okay, there we go. I lost my little palette, but it was worth it. Okay, so now we can see this whole thing, and we should... Oh, don't do that. Alright, so I found the palette I want. Copy. I still need the replace command. That would have been bad. Replace stone brick with the pattern. Too few parameters, huh? I disagree. Stone bricks. Oh, okay. Never mind. Alright. Well, that's what it looks like. Obviously, this needs to be interested up a little. But we should at least take a look at how it appears in the terrain it ought to be in. Or at least I designed it. Oh. I don't know what happened there. It wasn't a burp. I sort of choked on air. I don't know if that's possible. Anyway, so that's what it looks like. I think it looks pretty good. What's wrong with this? Is there anything wrong with this? Obviously there needs to be more interestingness with the terrain. it looked better in stone brick. I mean, just this part, if we look at a picture like this. And I think that's because the colors sort of blend together because they're dark. So it might be better if we lightened the terrain a little, but then the castle would look more out of place. Hypothetically, we could change the castle color a little, since we do have a texture pack, but I don't want to mess with it too badly because I've already selected color palettes. What would look better in this area though? Is there a better color? Maybe gray? No, that's not better. I don't know. It just looks a little bit wrong. Let me think about this for a second. Okay, so what I want to try now is add some more details and make it look a little better, because I think it could work. It just needs some help. Brush. Let's see. Brush, sphere. Oh, I forgot how to do this. Not actually just this. Brush for your pattern radius. So okay, I'll show you the command when I figure out what the command is. But what I want to do is make a brush that will replace some of the obsidian here with more coal and concrete powder, and then I'll sort of add patches that are less obsidian-y and maybe patches that are more obsidian-y too, but just that sort of thing is what I was going for. Add some variations into the terrain. Once I've done that, then it's time to add some more, I don't know, just things, because it needs things. And once we've done that, hopefully it'll look better, and we can also do a path or something. I think I've figured out how this is supposed to work. So I've got a brush here, and it's just a sphere, normal. Hold on, let's undo that. And now I'm supposed to use the mask command. Oh, mask disabled, huh? Oh, anyway. So I'm supposed to use the mask command. I think that might be replace, just that sort of thing. Okay, no, I'm wrong. Never mind, I have to look at this again. Okay, so I don't actually need to put any words in, it's just mask and then whatever I wanted to replace. Or I can use hashtag existing to affect only existing blocks. And now you can see it doesn't actually do a sphere, it just does a patch, which is what I want. Okay, so now I can sort of add streaky details, which just generally generally make things better. And I'll add these all over the place, but I think they just make things look cooler. Yeah. Anyway, I'll do this for a little bit, and then we can move on to the next detail. Well, I tried a little icicle there, and it looks extraordinarily out of place, so I will remove it. And I will remove it just as soon as I remember how, or figure out a way of doing it easily. Probably just with an airbrush, and then I'll smooth over the terrain or whatever. But I think this episode is getting rather long. We haven't actually done a huge amount in it for the length of episode that we've got. So I'm probably going to end it right here. In the next one, we'll add some details here and maybe start on the next area as well. So that'll be fun. However, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, and oh yeah, wait, no, there we go. Bye bye.